Yo, what's up guys? Welcome back to a brand new video, and in today's video we're going to be going over everything that was disclosed in Maplestory's brand new offline event very recently and what this could possibly mean for GMS itself. Now there are a ton of changes that actually happened in this offline event, so we're going to go over everything that you might have missed, and we're going to go over what I think this could mean for the future of GMS. If you guys do enjoy the videos, leave a like on the video and subscribe to the channel. It helps us out a ton and it lets us know that you guys are enjoying the content. But also shout out to Steve the Goat. That's where I got a lot of the information for this video. And yeah, with that being said, let's get into the video. So if you guys have not already seen, Maplestory did just host their first online event, pretty much where they kind of go over a roadmap style type of ordeal, and they kind of go over future plans, current events, and things for the future to look forward to. And in this offline event, well, let's just say they cooked up quite a meal for the Maplestory players themselves. They introduced that they're going to be getting the brand new UI system, the new enhancement system, the equipment UI, and pretty much the entire UI overhaul, and that is going to be coming August 20th for Maplestory. One of the things that I want to note as well is that I really like what Maplestory did in this offline event here, because it gives players an idea of what they're going to get, and it gives them a timeline for when they're going to get it. It also gives them the dates for when these new systems are going to be rolling out, so it has a lot of hype driven for players for the future of the game. Like I said before, they had announced the new UI, but also they had announced the new Cash Shop UI. And not only is that the new Cash Shop UI, but this also means universal Cash Shop for their entire account, which is absolutely insane. This is something that a lot of GMS players are very hopeful for, and I really do think that we're going to be getting this anyway. It's just a matter of time, but again, we don't really know because we haven't really had any communication from the GMS team thus far, and hopefully that changes by the time that you are watching this video. But besides the point, they are getting all these brand new UI changes, and it's just going to feel really good for the game. And again, yeah, we may be getting all these new changes, but Maplestory is actually putting in the effort to giving their player base a time and date for when these changes are going to come. Again, like I said before, I really like what Maplestory is doing because it drives hype for when the update is actually going to be going live. It gives people a timeline, it gives people content to look forward to, and overall it keeps the sentiment of the game very positive, light, fun, and enjoyable for all the players, which is something that I think all games should do and try to strive their best for. Not only are they getting all those other changes, but they are going to be getting the new VIP Black system from TMS. For those of you guys who do not know, this is essentially like a tier above MVP Red, and I know what a lot of you guys are thinking, oh, I don't want that, that's super pay to win, but it does not devalue your current MVP status. In fact, I'm pretty sure it actually increases your current MVP status, so I think it's good for overall everybody. It's very good for the people who like to spend a lot of money. Currently, we're sitting on MVP Red in GMS. Really hoping we get something like this as well too. MVP Black is also a system that doesn't just benefit the whales, but it literally benefits every single player in the game from every single MVP tier that you're at. It kind of makes sense that we need to have something like MVP Black. When they just introduced the brand new Cash Shop boxes, obviously a lot of people didn't like those at all, but it was something that was extremely expensive, and without an MVP system like MVP Black, I feel like it really devalues a lot of people's purchases. So hopefully this is something that we're going to be getting very soon as well. On top of all that other stuff as well, they did confirm that they're going to be getting the new 2-minute changes, and this is also going to be including Hayato and Kana. So no more non-KMS discrimination against these classes. They will be getting the current changes with the current events, which is something that is super nice. I know this is something that a lot of Hayato and Kana players have struggled with in the past, so this is really good news for Maplestory. And like I said before, I think that we're going to be getting a lot of these changes from Maplestory, but we just have to wait and find out. On top of all the other stuff that has been mentioned thus far in this video, they have also got their Night Troop announced. Not really super important, but it's nice that they're driving the hype for these events in the future, which is something that I really like to see. When a company drives the hype and it drives the excitement around the player base, it gets people talking, it gets people excited. And overall, it has the sentiment of the game very, very good. So now moving on from some of the more minor changes, they are going to be getting the new Blood Moon Forest. Now, this is going to be a permanent piece of content in Maplesea, and this is going to be coming in November. Again, announce the date, announce the event, drives hype, very, very good for the players. And essentially what this event, or not event, what this content is essentially like a little bit of a minigame dungeon where you get a jewel item and you can level up that jewel item to gain more stats on your overall account. Now, whether or not people actually enjoy this content, whether or not they like it or hate it, it's just cool to see that Maplesea is implementing a brand new piece of content in the game. And again, everybody likes permanent content in the game, and they like permanent items that give them permanent strength. GMS, we can maybe take notes on that. But nonetheless, very, very cool from Maplesea. We'll see. Maybe we get this. Maybe we don't. I'm not really entirely sure, but we'll have to wait and find out. And they had also announced Mojuan and Lin, which I know this is probably something that a lot of Maplesea players have been asking for. So really, really cool that Maplesea is going to be implementing the Mojuan and Lin. They did not give a date for when they're going to be releasing these classes, but you can probably assume somewhere between November and December is when these classes will be announced. And then one other thing that I did want to go over is the actual rewards that Maplesea is giving their players. And I didn't actually even realize this until I had seen the video, until I had seen their actual microsite, but they have been cooking with these rewards in Maplesea. Like, it's actually kind of insane how much rewards they've been getting. And I just want to say that I think this is definitely something that maybe GMS can take notes from, because this is very, very good. So in this offline event, they had announced that they're going to be getting 1,000 node stones, 1,000 arcane symbols, 1,000 sack symbols, 1,000 EXP voucher coupons, and one vac pet from this event using the code given at the offline event. Not only did they give that huge reward at the event, but they have been giving them juice rewards since January. Like, every single month they've been giving them 200 frags, prepare pennant of spirit, 200 frags, magnificent growth potions, just a lot of very good ways to drive hype throughout the year for the game, and really cool to see them doing that. So hopefully maybe we see GMS implement something like this. That'd be really cool. But yeah, that's pretty much what they had gotten in their Maplesea offline event. But that does now bring the biggest question of them all, and that is, where is Inkwell? We haven't really heard much from Inkwell. We haven't had too much communication from Inkwell or the GMS team, to be honest, about current and future events. Like, right now, we don't really know what the deal is with the Legion champions. We don't really know what's going on with Baldrix. I do, however, expect there to be an Inkwell note very soon. So hopefully by the time that you're actually watching this video, we will see an Inkwell note be released. The last time that we had any communication from the GMS team, or Inkwell specifically, was April 16th, and that was to deliver the 20th anniversary Inkwell note along with the 20th anniversary Inkwell note video, which that video was absolutely amazing. That was huge for the player base. The player base loved that. But it has been now about over 3 months since the last communication, and I think it's a very important time to address a lot of concerns in the community about what's going on, what we're getting, when we're getting it, how it's going to be implemented. And I think one of the biggest things that a lot of people are concerned about is the future changes in KMS and how GMS is going to go about implementing them in the system. Obviously, GMS Heroic does not function the same as KMS regular servers, so there are a ton of very justified questions from the community, and I think the community just wants to have some sort of explanation of what is going to be happening with these brand new changes. In the last Inkwell note, they had gone over the star forcing system and how they know that there are problems with the KMS and GMS systems, and they did say that they're going to be providing an update in the second half of the year. So we'll see. We are now in the second half of the year, so hopefully in the next Inkwell note or the next communication piece, they do go over what they're going to be doing to implement those changes properly. But yeah, I just wanted to make this video and kind of go over all the changes in Maplesea and what that means for GMS, and really just ask the question of where is Inkwell and where are the communications from GMS. It does spark a ton of questions when you are seeing a lot of other regions like Maplesea get a ton of communication, get a ton of planning, and pretty much just getting a ton of explanation of what's going to be happening, when it's going to be happening, and giving them an entire outline of things. And when you're on the server where you aren't really seeing that communication, it does suck for the period of time. But like I said, I do think that there's going to be an Inkwell note or some sort of communication very, very soon. And hopefully by the time that you are watching this video right now, there already was an Inkwell note dropped, or there already was some sort of communication. But other than that, guys, that is going to wrap up the video for today. Hope you guys did enjoy the video, and until next time, I'll see you guys in the next one. Take it easy. Peace.